Hey worship drummers, tell me if this sounds familiar. You receive that planning center notification, tells you you're scheduled this Sunday, and you check the set list and there's a new song there that you haven't played yet. And there's a particular section of the song that you can't quite make out yet just by listening. So that's my story for this coming weekend. And that's where the Moises app completely changed the game for me. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing to get ready for this Sunday here in this video. I've been playing drums in worship for several years, I should say decades probably. And one of the things I've always noticed was that practicing during the week is very different than how we sound on Sundays. And what I would do earlier on is I would put my headphones on. I didn't even have in-ears back in the day. And I would plug into my laptop and just play to the actual music off of the record. Drums are still in the mix. There's no click. And I'll show you a video of that right here. And one of the challenges, it's not how it is on a Sunday. And so what I've begun doing recently, especially with my son starting to learn drums, is yes, we have access to the multi-tracks, but I mean, some songs have like 15, 20 files, wave files at that. And then, I'm opening up Logic and I'm dropping all of these things into my DAW. And it's just such a complicated process. Although it's helpful, it's very complicated. And so I was looking for something that's fast, that's easy and simple to just get going with, to practice. That's the whole point, right? We don't want to get all caught up in the tech part. And Moises, for me, has always checked all of those boxes. I get it. We have our own backing track players in church nowadays, or we use Ableton. But Moises is truly built for musicians. I'm pretty sure they call it the Musicians App, and for good reason. The song I referred to earlier that I need to learn is Mighty Name of Jesus from the Belonging Co. And although I know the song, I've never played it. And there was something I picked up, I believe it's in verse 2. So let me share my screen so you can see exactly what's going on right here. So I'm already logged in, so I'm just going to go ahead and open it. By the way, I've been a subscriber to Moises for probably the last 4 years, and I've used it in all kinds of crazy scenarios. I'm on the Pro account, and I'm going to go ahead. We're going to click New, and I buy the tracks from iTunes. Believe it or not, they still sell it, and that's a wild thing. All right, so we see our selections. We have 6 tracks for drums. So we'll leave it like that, and I think everything else looks good. I want to also point out right here hi-fi. So because we're on the Pro account, the work it's doing is high quality or high fidelity audio. And you can read it right here. It ensures your audio files stay in high quality, 24-bit, guys, and available to export uncompressed lossless wave format. That's pretty insane. So let's submit that. All right, so after processing, I get to access now all these individual tracks, and we'll take a look at each of them.
Into the atmosphere.
Vocal. That's Hope's
Spirit
voice.
of God, you're here.
So good.
You have my soul. There's every key to every victory.
That bass line is nasty. Are we ready for drums? Check this out. It's split it up into all the different parts. And that's how you can easily and quickly just do it. And everything's split up. And of course, we're talking about practice. So you want to be able to mute the drums and then play along. If you want to hear the bass part, you just solo it or isolate it. Have a listen to see exactly what's going on. And then you can play along with it. It is amazing and simple. All right, so another cool feature that we have is the smart metronome and the speed changer, and I want to show you that. Right at the bottom, I don't know if you saw it, we have a smart metronome. We have some functionality right here at the top. So we can actually slow the song down. You hear that? So it's like tom kick, floor tom kick. All right, so as you can see with the smart metronome, if you want to slow something down, you can. And slow it down to the point where you can hear it, and then you can start practicing from that point. But one thing I want to highlight, did you notice? It never changed pitch. So sometimes when we slow things down, the pitch will bend as well. In this case, it maintains it. So for drums, that doesn't really matter much. But if you're the bass player or playing acoustic or keys or electric, whatever that is, it doesn't affect it. And so you can actually slow it down and learn your parts. I think it's a brilliant, brilliant feature that Moises have created. And in my opinion, that's a game changer. All right, so let's talk about learning specific parts. You saw me, scrubbing to try to find where that verse 2 part was. I don't know if it's actually called verse 2. Moises has this feature called sections that we're seeing right here. It's exactly what you'd hope for. You can tap on any section of the song that you see in the sidebar and, chorus, bridge, outro, and then you can loop it by clicking this part right here, or you can hit the C key. See that little shortcut right there? Boom. Isn't that insane? That you can now just loop that part. Now let's slow it down. I want you to hear this, right? This is how I'm learning this right here with you for Sunday. So I'll put it back to 66. Right? End of the phrase, but I want to go back. 2, 3. You see how this is insane, mind-blowing. For us as worship drummers, preparation is way more than just memorizing parts. We want to stay flexible. There are spontaneous moments. Most importantly, though, we want to have all of the preparation done so that we can actually worship. Isn't that the whole point? We want to remove every distraction. And I'm grateful for a tool like Moises because it doesn't mean we have to practice harder, but it provides a way where we can practice smarter. So whether I'm learning a new arrangement or in this case, a specific drum part from a newer song that we're doing, or just simply prepping for the set list, this app gives me the tools to actually grow as a drummer. And because it works across all platforms, iPhone, iPad, desktop, even web, you can start practicing on your laptop and finish later on your phone. It's synced, it's fast, and it's built with us in mind. So there you have it, guys. That's how I use the Moises app to prepare for Sundays, to get myself practiced up and ready to worship the Lord without any distractions. The Moises app is free to download, and just to remind you, they're the only ones who offer this custom stem separation And I think that's a game changer in and of itself. So if you're serious about worship, and I hope that you are, we talk about putting the heart before beat, then preparing and practicing is very important. And I want to encourage you, if you haven't checked out Moises, to check them out. We'll have a link right here in the description of this video, or you can just grab your smartphone, scan the QR code, and check it out for yourself. I'm John Manna for Worship Drummer, and hope you've enjoyed this video. Why don't you like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss more videos like this.